Coach, really impressive the way you guys came back right after that first drive and just talk about you just kind of kept doing what you knew you could do. Or?
Yeah, well, we didn't really have a great week of practice. So a couple of days, I felt like the holidays and the change of routine and a couple of little things that happened. I didn't feel like we had great preparation this week from the standpoint of the kids, being in tune. Maybe that's why we started the way we did. But one thing they've shown throughout the year, even when we've hit bad periods or good periods or whatever, they've got a mental toughness and an edge about them that I'm very proud of.
So you're beyond any sort of inspirational talk at that point? They'll just...
No, it's a very hard game for me. This game takes a lot out of me. I don't have a lot of fun things to say right now.
Big defensive score again that really kind of turned the game.
Yeah, we've scored on defense now in the last 4 or 5 weeks, a few times, and obviously that's built more confidence and certainly helped us at that time. The game was starting to kind of hit a rut. They were getting a little momentum back, but they had run the ball on us a couple of plays and starting to get something going, so that's a huge play. And Antonio really played it perfect. He was on a blitz and he peeled out on the guy and just alertly made that play on him. So it wasn't just a thing where Clemson didn't execute. I thought Antonio just made a great play on him.
For as much as an interception or something, didn't really have much five big sixes down this year. How much that really helps the defense?
Yeah, it builds confidence. It's fun, obviously. They take a lot of pride in it. So, I think that obviously is something that helps build their confidence. We still can play better coverage. We still got some things we need to improve on, but very proud of the way they bounced back tonight after not playing very soundly early.
Were you surprised to see Boyd out there?
No, they have brought him in a few times. On the films we've broken, they've been bringing him in and letting him get some plays. And the only thing is that Kyle didn't come back. I was a little surprised by that. But, I feel like they probably felt like they just needed to get some reps or something. But we've seen him come in there 2 or 3 games earlier, and they give him a couple of series there.
Auburn. I guess you already started on that, but seeing him a second time, does that make a difference to you?
Well, I've done it before. We played Coach Murray and them in '99. Played them in the swamp and had to play them again for the championship. So I've done it before. Frankly, we won down in the swamp and didn't play that well, and I know he felt the same way. But our players were able to take that game and learn from mistakes, and hopefully we will in the Auburn game, because I think Auburn has gotten a lot better than they were at the time we faced them, believe it or not. And I think we have improved in some areas, but it'll be a huge challenge. When you're down 24-0 in Alabama Stadium and you come back and win a ball game, you got a talented group, you got a tough group, you got a mentally tough group, and obviously you got a football team. So it'll be tough, but I think our kids certainly deserve to be there, and hopefully when we walk out, everybody's good.
Some of the things they did on in that first game, is that something they can do?
Yeah, I think when they see it on film, we just misplayed some blocking schemes and things, and it's hard enough to stop that guy when you're in the right place. And we misread some blocking schemes and jumped upfield on some backs and let the quarterback have a field day. He wasn't running the ball that well when we were going into that game. He was killing people with deep balls. And I think maybe we took an approach that we were more worried about the deep ball and didn't respect his running ability. But obviously, I've seen enough on film now. He's a tremendous athlete. He's strong, physical, fast, and he's tough. It's going to be a huge challenge to try to slow him down.
Use Devin as a spy at times. Did you look at that at all again?
On pass rush, we did against him in the first game. But heck, we won enough third and longs in the game to make any difference. But we're using on that. It's hard. You can't spy him in the running game because he's running the options and counters and all that stuff. This is more like defending Florida.
Keeping them in third, out of third and shorts, is that kind of?
Well, obviously that would give us a little better chance. They do a great job of some misdirections and play actions and things when you're not thinking about rushing the passer and he gets back to that cannon arm and throws it deep. Third down, if they're not as good at something, I don't know what Auburn's not good at. If there's something they're not as good as other things, it's third down and long because they're hardly ever in it.
Hey, Coach, when the season began, I guess Coach Spurrier was sort of lamenting the lack of defensive touchdowns. But now I think you got 5 pick sixes this year. What's been the difference for you guys on defense in that area?
I guess Guys, they've come on different things. One of them, lineman knocked to another lineman. I guess maybe we're getting more pressure. No question we're getting more pressure on quarterbacks after about the first 3 or 4 weeks. I know we've improved in that. That's where most of them come from. Antonio made a great play today. He was coming off on a blitz off the outside and peeled on the flare and just made a great play on the ball.
And I think it's 5 different guys, is it not, who've done it for this year?
Probably.
Yeah. So what was the scouting report on Parker? It looks like once you guys really got a lot of pressure on him, you rile him into making bad throws.
Well, I think he's a great quarterback. He's struggled with some young receivers this year. And he's made some great throws. I don't know that he's had his best year, but he hasn't had his best help around him. He had some great athletes last year to spread that ball around. But I think he's a tremendous player. He can get out of trouble. He's got a quick release. He can throw any route you can think of on the field. He struggled with a new receiver core, a young group this year.